that feel for you?
It's been a blessing, honestly, just to know that your work doesn't go unnoticed is always something that's so true and pure to me because, a lot of us don't do the work for the glitz and the glamour. We do it because it means.
What is good, World Hoop fam? We bring you the unfiltered truth about what's happening on the hardwood, and last night in Indianapolis, we witnessed something truly special.
That she would be serenaded by Usher in her 20s. She would probably laugh at you because why would I ever be in the same space as him? But he's a great entertainer. He knows how to execute. I did call him out a few times, so I feel like he felt some.
The self-proclaimed unstoppable dynasty of the WNBA, the Las Vegas Aces, just got absolutely humbled in front of the entire basketball world. A 27-point thrashing? Check. Aliyah Wilson getting every friendly whistle imaginable and still failing spectacularly? Big check. Chelsea Gray, who some folks absurdly insist is better than Caitlin Clark. Vanishing when it mattered most? That's the biggest check of all. While Aliyah was busy seemingly yanking players down from behind and somehow escaping fouls.
It's probably tied between this year and then the year going into 2023. Those are my two best shape of my life.
There was a squad in Indianapolis ready to give her a masterclass on what genuine, team-first, high-IQ basketball actually looks like. If you support the Fever, then comment CC and Lexie. Let's go, because the Indiana Fever just beat the Aces for the first time since 2019, shattering a 16-game losing streak that stretched back years. That 81-54 clinic the Indiana Fever put on wasn't merely a loss for Vegas. It was a proclamation. It was a neon billboard lit up in bright fever red, screaming that no amount of handouts from the refs, no heroic stat padding from Wilson, and absolutely no dynasty hype was going to bail them out when Indiana decided to lock in and play real connected basketball. And Whistle Wilson, my God, did you see how many free throws that lady attempted? She ended up with basically 30 points on the stat sheet, but a massive chunk of those came from the charity stripe. They tried their absolute best to keep the Aces in the game, but it didn't matter. The Fever destroyed the Aces. It's about darn time the Fever finally beat the Aces, and to do it without Caitlin Clark makes it all the more unbelievable. They just beat the #1 team in the league, the Lynx, to win the Commissioner's Cup, and now they take down the Aces, a team they hadn't defeated in 16 games, all without their superstar. This team is crazy. It's a true testament to how this squad is finally developing a rhythm. Now let's zero in on the moment this showdown really got spicy. In the third quarter, Lexie Hull, who has been a model of grit and improvement all year long, executed a box out on Wilson so perfectly it could be clipped for a coaching video. She carved out space, put her backside exactly where it needed to be, and snagged that rebound like she's done 1,000 times in practice. Textbook stuff. But in came Aliyah Wilson from behind, literally reaching over Lexie's shoulders and arms to claw for the ball in a move so blatant it belongs in a what not to do highlight reel. The shot won't fall, and it looks like Wilson is over the back. Oh boy, a jump ball is the call. Wow, Stephanie White was visibly upset about that. Anyone who's watched even a single AAU game will tell you that's an over-the-back foul. Indiana ball. Play on. Case closed. But the refs, they decided to rewrite the rule book on live TV. Somehow, against all logic, they called it a jump ball, as if Wilson was equally entitled to that rebound after bulldozing Hull from behind.
In the world, that's great, it looks great, but I want to be the best person. I want to be the best teammate, because that's how I get the best out of my team. So when it comes to wins...
Even the broadcast crew couldn't hide their shock, their commentary wavering between stunned silence and awkward chuckles as they struggled to process what was unfolding. The contact was obvious. The violation couldn't be clearer. Yet somehow these officials decided to neutralize it in a way that outright rewarded the player who committed the foul. But here's where it gets downright poetic. The Indiana Fever didn't crumble or pout. They didn't let shaky officiating ruin their momentum. They shrugged it off, tightened their laces, and proceeded to absolutely dismantle the Aces so completely that every questionable call faded into complete irrelevance. Let's break down exactly how Indiana turned what could have been a momentum swing for Vegas into a one-sided showcase of beautiful basketball. Lexie Hull, speaking after the game, perfectly encapsulated the team's mindset. I think we're all feeling good. I think the energy is high. Really good win in Minnesota. Had a chance to celebrate together. I think that only helps our chemistry. All that stuff off the court definitely fuels us. We're having fun with each other. We're having fun together playing. So I think this is a good moment for us. And, especially we're playing without one of our best players. So to do that in those circumstances, we're really just proud of ourselves. From the opening quarter, Indiana was in full attack mode. They rattled off the first 6 points and just kept punching. By the end of one, they were up 21-14. Already, you could feel this game slipping away from Vegas. Indiana shot nearly 53%, held the Aces to under 29%, and manhandled them 16-4 in paint points. Right there, it was clear this wasn't going to be the Aces' crowning night. But it was in the second quarter that the Fever went for the jugular. They outscored Vegas 25-10. That's not a typo. 25-10. Indiana shot a jaw-dropping 82% from the field, while Vegas clanked their way to just 24%. The Fever went 6 for 6 in the paint. The Aces a pitiful 3 of 13. By halftime, it was 46-24. Let's be honest, game over. And that controversial jump ball? It came right when Vegas needed a miracle to claw back. The refs essentially tossed them a bone, handing them a possession they didn't earn and offering a chance to change the flow. For the Fever, it was one of those dreaded, oh boy, here we go again moments. You could almost sense that quiet frustration. Lexie Hull did everything right, textbook fundamental basketball, and still didn't get rewarded. Those are the kinds of moments that rattle young teams, especially when you're playing a decorated opponent like the Aces. But Indiana wasn't having it. The lead swelled to 68-47 heading into the fourth. And that final quarter? It was an outright humiliation. The Aces managed just 7 points in the entire period. That's not professional offense. That's a complete systems meltdown. The 81-54 final score almost flatters Las Vegas. The reality was Indiana took them apart piece by piece. As Coach White reiterated, we've been preaching this all season, being very disciplined and intentional with our actions on both ends of the floor. We're doing that, and it's a high level of activity all over the place. I'm really proud of the girls, and we have to linger for a second on Aliyah Wilson's so-called big game. Sure, she dropped 29 points on 9 of 18 shooting and feasted at the line, going 11 of 13. On paper, that's superstar stuff, until you realize she shot nearly as many free throws as the entire Indiana roster combined. The whistles are so friendly, they might as well have come gift-wrapped. Yet, with all that charity from her refs, the supposed best player in the world finished a whopping 27 points in the hole. Look at the rest of her team. 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 6 points, 0 points, 4 points, 2 points, 3 points. Dana Evans, 1 for 10. Just pause and soak that up. The league's crown jewel put up a glitzy stat line, and it meant absolutely nothing because the rest of the Aces looked completely lost. Chelsea Gray ghosted the entire game, and the Indiana Fever played like a squad on a mission to torch the dynasty narrative for good. Meanwhile, let's pivot to what Caitlin Clark was doing from the bench, mind you. While Chelsea Gray was out there contributing absolutely zilch, Clark was lighting up the sideline, pumping up teammates, and leading with her voice even while injured. The cameras kept catching her fired up, exploding out of her seat after big plays, staying engaged on every possession. That's leadership you can't teach. That's the sort of presence that makes a team believe, even when you're not logging a single minute. Clark might not have been padding her stat line, but she was 100% impacting winning. The Fever's performance without their franchise star was a basketball symphony. Kelsey Mitchell went off, dropping 25 points to go along with 6 dimes. Aliyah Boston was an absolute force, adding 20 points and 7 boards, showing why she's one of the most polished bigs in the league. Natasha Howard, she played like she was on a personal mission to humble the Aces, posting 11 points and 10 rebounds and grabbing the Commissioner's Cup MVP for her efforts. This was the definition of balanced offense, unselfish play, and big-time execution under pressure. Their defense is playing phenomenal. Oh my God, it's night and day. I think that Commissioner's Cup win gave them swag. Now they're swagging it out. I've never seen Natasha Howard so aggressive in my life. This girl is beast mode ING right now. And Timpson, the rookie, getting block shots, getting steals. Aliyah Boston is just dominating, destroying Aliyah Wilson. Man, I got a nickname for Aliyah Wilson, guys. You know what it is? Whistle Wilson, because this lady's always getting whistles. She's the person with the special whistle, guys. Every freaking time she goes to the free throw line. Freaking free throw merchant. But if you really want the story of the game, forget the scoring totals. This was about defense. Indiana's defense was so airtight it could have kept out the Vegas Heat. If you support the Fever, then comment CC and Lexie. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out on the realest hoops talk.